The Kolkata Knight Riders, always considered one of the stronger teams of the IPL. How does 2019 look for them? With Brad Hodge and Sanjay Manjrekar, we will discuss strengths and weaknesses, the X-Factor players to watch out for, their ideal playing 11s, and where they think KKR will finish. Let's have a quick look at the squad first. And this was a team that relied heavily on a very settled playing 11 last year, not necessarily huge reserves in the squad. It was led by Chris Lynn and Sunil Narayan, who should really be angry with us that we've not put him on the batsman list at the top of the order. Joe Denley was a late recruit at the auction. Nitish Rana, Robin Uthappa, Shubman Gill and Rinku Singh was in and out of the team. They are the Indian batsmen. Dinesh Karthikeyan will lead this side, and what a 2020 player he's become. Nikhil Nayak is the reserve keeper batsman. They've got in Carlos Brathwaite. There's no Jason Holder in this team. The other, Piyush Chawla is part of an all-round contingent, but his premier job will be to bowl some leg spin. Andre Russell and of course Sunil Narayan, who opens the batting very often. In the bowling department, there are reserves. Lockie Ferguson, Harry Gurney and Anrek Nortje from South Africa will probably contest for one spot. There's no Mitchell Starc, there's no Mitchell Johnson. So those are the overseas fast bowling options. And we know that Kamlesh Nagarkoti and Shivam Mavi have both been ruled out of the tournament. And Kerala Seema Sandeep Warrior has joined the rank. Prasidh Krishna, who we saw a bit of last season, might feature more regularly therefore. Right, let's go to Hodgie and Sanjay. Hodgie, starting with you. KKR, thoughts ahead of them? Does this look like a good 11 and squad where you're not quite sure, similar to last season, or have they reinforced well enough for you?
No, I think they've reinforced well enough for me. I like the inclusion of Harry Gurney, who's a death specialist. I think that was one of the areas where they were really vulnerable last year, was their death bowling. So for me, he's a big inclusion into the squad. Marvy's a bit of a loss, good young fast bowler, but all in all, they've got some serious all-rounders in Nareen and Andre Russell, and whenever they're in a side, every side's dangerous. I think that's a really settled unit. They don't make too many changes, and their spin department in particular is one of a strength, which is a formidable spin department.
Sanjay, thoughts on KKR and the squad that it looks like on paper?
Strength is obviously spin, wrist spin of Kuldeep Yadav and Piyush Chawla. Sunil Narayan, will be another force with spin. Seam, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Mavi and Nagarkoti, two exciting young fast bowlers not available. So I've gone for Harry Gurney, who's played a lot of T20 cricket from England, 145 matches. So that experience will come good. They're batting, when you look at the batting of KKR, you've got Sunil Narayan, who's opening for me, Chris Lynn, Nitish Rana, Karthik, Andre Russell, Gill, Uthappa. Is there one guy that you think is a guy who's going to deliver every time? Somebody who's had long-term, consistent success. Maybe Karthik is foremost. Otherwise, everybody else seems to be a bit of a hit and miss kind of.
Uthappa has his share of runs in the IPL.
Yeah, but it comes at the cost. Well. It comes at the cost of strike rate.
It
takes his time a little bit, so I'm going to be a bit hard on him, and you'll see where he's placed in my batting order.
I'll have a look at that in a minute. Suspense is building up, but X-Factor players for you, Sanjay, to watch out for. Are they still relying heavily on a Narayan or a Chris Lynn, or are you picking someone else for your X-Factor?
I mean, Andre Russell is obviously a guy who will change the game with both bat and ball. I mean, he's a tremendous player. But their X-Factor, as it's always been over the years, will be spin.
Hodgie, for you?
Yeah, my X-Factor is Andre Russell. It's just that whenever a team sees that guy sitting in the sheds and he knows he can walk out and whack him from here to Tokyo is a tremendous skill. And bowling at 140, 150 kilometres an hour, and he's a jet in the field. There's not anything you don't like about this guy as a T20 player. So for me, he's just that X-Factor that can win a game in 10 minutes.
Yeah. The PSL didn't see the best of Andre Russell. He was carrying a bit of an eagle there. Maybe the IPL will. What about the ideal playing 11s for Sanjay and Brad? Let's check out. And as Sanjay said, we're going to see where Robin Uthappa finds room in his batting. Now, you've slotted him at 7 for now. We saw Nitish Rana use successfully at the top of the order. We know Dinesh Karthik can move up and down depending on the situation. Shubman Gill, I think you've got a lot of time for Sanjay, and you've gone for Prasidh Krishna to fill in as the Indian seamer in the absence now of Mavi and Nagarkoti for the season, and Harry Gurney is the preferred overseas player.
See, Uthappa has been used as an opener if somebody is going well at the other end or bat number 3. So he's somebody who's looked to sort of build an innings or anchor the innings in T20 parlance. But I'd like to see Shubman Gill take that role up and somebody like a Nitish Rana and put pressure on Robin Uthappa. Now he's that senior batsman to unleash his big shots, because that is how he made his name the first time, when he played T20 cricket. So push him down the order, get him to join likes of Andre Russell and Dinesh Karthik to get those crucial runs down the order, and leave the easier bit to the younger players Shubman Gill and Nitish Rana.
Okay, I think Brad Hodge doesn't have too many changes to his 11. Just have a quick look at Hodges, and it looks exactly the same as Sanjay's, but I think there's a difference on where you'd like to see Robin Uthappa bat Hodgie, and perhaps what role you see for him, which might differ a little from Sanjay's.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good squad. It's got some flexibility, hasn't it? But especially with Andre Russell in that middle, death overs to hit some power is amazing. Karthik certainly stood up as a leader last year, where he had some questions whether he could do that. I think he answered those critics. But there's no real bankers in the middle. I think Nitish Rana can certainly be that person where he can just guide that ship from number 3 or 4 all the way through to the death overs. But all in all, looks a pretty good unit with that spin department. It's always a challenge against KKR trying to nullify, Cholo, Kuldeep and Nareen. So whenever they're in action, it's a tough side to beat.
Where do you see this team finishing then, OG? Predictions?
Oh, look, I think that because they've got such a great home record, they're tough to beat at home. I think they're going to be in the top 4 as well. So they'll be challenging up there. How far they can go, I'm not quite sure. If they've got everyone in form, maybe. But they are certainly a hit-and-miss unit. If someone has a cracking day, they're going to win. If not, they're going to fail. So, it's just to see how their star performers perform on the day.
Sanjay, you confident of their top 4 chances? Or
not
quite?
as confident as I would say with Mumbai Indians, which I mentioned earlier, could make the playoffs. Too much uncertainty with their batting, and also the fact that they don't have a reliable seasoned seam bowler like Bumrah for Mumbai Indians. Spin will be their strength, but batting and dependable seam could be their Achilles heel.
So you see them still sneaking into the top 4 if I have to
Who
press
knows?
you?
But I'm not that excited with KKR and thinking, whoa, what a team.
Okay, so there you have it. This was the Kolkata Knight Riders season preview for IPL 2019.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.